answered. Mary and I have been talking over the last few months, and it always seems to revolving around the same thing: is safety on social media, getting protecting people, if you want to call it that. That's what Oscar and I have done, and Megan for years, and that's what making what Mary has done. Mary has grown to be the largest Facebook group about Panama for expats and tourism in Panama in just 2 years.
Mhm.
And her group, she totally moderates it herself. She and Oscar
With
and I
an
noticed,
iron fist.
we started watching this woman and said, she's actually deleting the wrong answers. Like no one else does that. There are toxic Facebook groups in Panama, folks, that you
Yeah.
should not be in because they're giving out wrong information. No one's taking
Mhm.
out the bad answers, and some bad answers can get you in trouble. Mary, yesterday somebody posted in that group in Panama City that we all love, expats in Panama, that there's a group of people that of all that a lawyer has taken $5,000 each from, and now his phone number is disconnected and he's disappeared. And that happens here, folks. It happens everywhere in the world. I'm sorry, it's not
It
Panama's
does.
the Wild West. It happens in Latin America. Scams happen in the States all the time. You know how many seniors
Absolutely.
are being robbed of their money from because somebody claims they're from Social Security or from their insurance company? It
Yep.
happens. But in this country, we now, like for the last few months, we recommend I Go Panama for Panama wide stuff, and we recommend Expats in Boquete because it's run by Oscar, Megan, and myself. We monitor every user is hand selected. If something doesn't look right, they're not
Mhm.
accepted. And every post is
Absolutely.
monitored, and all the bad answers are deleted, and that person is taught the right answer. If they continue to do it, they're kicked out. So, like, what do you have to say about that? Like, how do we
Well,
protect people, and why do we do it?
it's hard to protect everyone. If you are thinking of moving to Panama, your number one enemy is your idea of trying to do everything as cheap as possible. You want the cheapest attorney, you want the cheapest car, you want the cheapest rental, you want the cheapest this, that, and the other. Because I promise you, there are tons of people out there who will give you the cheapest, take your
Yeah,
money, and disappear.
yeah.
And so in my group, I was members of, well, I still am members of practically every expat Panama group there is. And what I consistently saw is exactly what you were talking about: horrible advice that was never called out unless another member called it out. Um, Totally unmoderated. So you have a bunch of bitter jerks and trolls in there, like to where people are scared to even ask questions because they get attacked.
Yeah.
Um, Politics, all of the garbage that is nothing about educating people about Panama. I'm a teacher. I'm all about education, and that's what my group is about. So if someone is going into a Facebook group and they have no idea who the moderator is, probably because that moderator is not very active in that group. And so that should tell you something right there. People create groups and they just click and approve posts and then let the chips fall where they may, and they don't keep up with every post. Right now, we're almost at 900 posts a month, which even the next largest expat group to us is only getting about 250. We get a lot of posts, and I have to moderate those really tightly to protect our membership. I do feel like it's a responsibility to me, on me. We do not allow people to post, PM me, to send them a private message, or I PM'd you. We don't allow that. I can't stop people from private messaging each other, but I can stop them from posting about it in the group, because
Yeah.
once you go into private message, everyone's eyes are off of it. You are on your own, and we have no idea what information you're being fed. If someone can't say what they have to say in the group, I'm automatically suspicious of them. And so we don't allow that kind of stuff. And when someone posts incorrect information, one of two things happens. Either I completely remove it, or sometimes the better scenario is to call it out and go in there and say, no, you are wrong. And this is exactly why you're wrong. And a lot of times when it's coming from me, the admin that a lot of people know, then they trust it more than just, Joe Smith, with a blank profile picture. So I really try to go in there and educate people and make sure they're getting the right information. And make sure when people are posting recommendations that if it's a business recommending themselves, we do allow that, but they have to say, this is my business. And if they don't, they're getting kicked out. We just want everything to be on the up and up and to keep people as safe as possible and in an environment where they're comfortable asking questions and knowing that they're going to get a wide range of experience. We have almost 17,000 members right now. They're going to get a huge range of experience from different people and get the answers that they need.
Yeah, exactly. From one thing I have to say, guys, Mary, Megan, Oscar, and I, we can't 100% protect you.
Nope.
Like, there's nothing we can do. You need to use your common sense. If you post a referral, hey, I need an immigration lawyer, and John Doe, without the picture, says, oh, yeah, my sister's cousin's brother-in-law's whatever is great, don't use that person. But if in the same chat, 10 people recommend the same lawyer, there's a good chance you got a good referral there. We have helped hundreds of people get their immigration. So the lawyer we're going to recommend you, we've used hundreds of times. If you're taking a referral from one person about one lawyer because it worked for them, consider getting more referrals. And for those
because they tell you it's $500 cheaper than the other guy you just checked out.
Yeah, there's a reason it's $500 cheaper.
Yeah. I mean, I always tell people, if you can't afford an attorney here, don't come here.
Yes.
Because you have, this is not like the States. I don't know about Canada, but this is not like the States where you really only have to have an attorney if somebody sues you. Here, you have to have an attorney for everything, to get your immigration, to buy property, to get your work permits, to get your business licenses and trademarks and things together. So you need to find someone who is quality, not just the cheap one.
Yeah. For the someone just posted Panama City, Nueva Gorgona. IGO Panama has 17,000 members. You have lots of members from those places. Join that group. I don't know of a trusted, maybe Mary, you and I should work and find some other trusted groups, because I don't know of any throughout the country that
I am on every single group except the one that blocked me. I'm on every single group, and it's the one we were just talking about.
Because I just mentioned them tonight. Expats in Panama. So
yeah, I have not seen. I mean, I see good advice on other boards, but I don't see any other boards that are moderating so deep.
But there are it's that bad advice that really can hurt someone and cost them thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
So honestly, if you're in Boquete, join both the groups I just post there. If you're looking at other places, join Mary's group.
For sure. I mean, we have people from all over Panama.
We can do. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I get our situation is, Megan, and you see this too. We post publicly our phone numbers and emails, and people who are in trouble, what's the first thing that they do? They go to Google. So I get the phone calls. I sent Jose Gonzalez $5,000. He was my lawyer, and his number doesn't work anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I get those phone calls, and I have to deal with those people. Absolutely. I had one earlier, later in fall, that spent $40,000 thinking they got a piece of forest, and 5 years ago, and they still don't have their visa.
Yeah.
So those things happen, guys. Protect yourself. Get information from the right source. Get more than one referral for whatever you do.
And do not go into private message with someone you do not know.
Exactly.
Don't do it. Ever. That's why I started. Yeah, that's why I started that rule. A woman came to me before I even had my group, but I was well known because of the YouTube channel. And an expat had gone into private message with her, had got her an attorney, had lined her up a place to stay. She had given the attorney money, had given the man money for the rental, got here. The attorney was doing nothing and basically disappeared. And the rental was nothing like what it was originally told to her that it was. And she was in a panic. Don't go into private message, just period.
Yeah, and watch the trolls. There are lawyers, real estate companies that have staff in these groups posing to be expats,
right?
Referring their own bosses.
Yeah.
So because Facebook gives that platform, you basically these companies are getting free advertising out of these groups.
Absolutely.
And other groups just don't know how to moderate it or how to figure that out.
Yeah. So, if anyone goes to my group and they go read my rules, they're strict and they're serious. And if you act like a jerk in my group, you're going to get called out and embarrassed pretty fast because I don't put up with it. So, it's about.
I have to admit, Mary, we copied one of your rules. You don't have free speech in my group.
That's right. Your free speech ends where my rules begin. Period. Exactly. Okay, period. This is not covered by the United States Constitution. Get over yourself.
Yeah, exactly. All righty. Any last minute thoughts, Megan, Mary?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I just would.
Yeah, so I just invite people to, come to the I Go Panama Facebook group. Check us out, see what we're doing over there. It's pretty awesome. And I also have a YouTube channel, I Go Panama on YouTube, where every Friday I post videos. And it's not just about moving to Panama. We do have a lot of videos about moving here, but it's about living here, being here in general. We just last Friday posted a video about expat tax advice for U.S. citizens, which is major. So, we post a wide variety of things. So check that out.
And again, folks, remember, for those of you that haven't been on our Q&As, by noon the next day, you get links to everything we've talked about. So if you miss some of those links, you'll have them tomorrow. Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Mary. And honestly, you and Brian, you come to Boquete again. Maybe we'll go out with Nicole and Dave. Well, let's all go out for dinner.
All right. That sounds good.
Yeah. Perfect. All righty. It was great having you with us. And folks, it's been a great night. And everyone stuck around right till the end, I see. And you'll all get a copy of this and with all the links tomorrow by noon. So have a nice night, folks. And good night, Noah.
Good night, Megan, everyone.
Show me nephew before we end. There he is.
Oh.
That's 4-month-old Noah, my nephew.